According to Swedenborg, the spiritual is a whole other level, quite separate from the natural and physical world. So, what does it actually mean to live a spiritual life? As I said in the notes to chapter 34, this is one of Swedenborg's most controversial views, but it's worth our while unpacking why he says what he does. Now, for anyone who's interested in the biblical basis for what I'm going to say, I'll invite you to post your thoughts in the comments below. For now, I'm going to limit myself to Swedenborg's reasoning as it is presented in this chapter. Right up front, he writes, "The mercy of the Lord is universal, that is, towards every individual. No man is born for hell, for the Lord is love itself, and his love is to will the salvation of all." And he continues, "Therefore, he has provided a religion for everyone, and by it an acknowledgement of the divine and an interior life. For to live in accordance with one's religious belief is to live interiorly, since one then looks to the divine. And so far as he looks to the divine, he does not look to the world, but separates himself from the world, that is, from the life of the world, which is exterior life." And what is this interior life and exterior life? Well, it's all about our focus and motivation. And we get a glimpse of this in the next paragraph. Moral life may be lived either for the sake of the divine or for the sake of men in the world. And a moral life that is lived for the sake of the divine is a spiritual life. A man whose moral life is spiritual has heaven within himself. So anything you do is a natural act. So a religious ritual, as an example, is a natural action. Now there's actually nothing inherently spiritual about the action itself, but it is the intent behind it that is all important. So do I participate in that ritual because it helps me focus upon the divine and spiritual qualities, or am I just following along with everyone else? Now, don't get me wrong, just following along can have its uses, in that the discipline can help us to develop the spiritual capacity. But just be clear that the natural action is not inherently spiritual in and of itself. So to take another example, a scale is not music. Playing scales does not make you a musician. However, scales can help you develop the finger control and technique to make you a better musician. So when we turn to religion, adhering to this or that religious organisation or practice does not make you a spiritual person, a better person, or grant you entry into heaven. Even accepting a particular set of beliefs cannot do this. These are all natural activities. But many people make that mistake of thinking that you have to believe a certain set of dogmas. You have to belong to the right crowd to be accepted by God. I'm always amused by the Christian churches who say, salvation is a free gift of grace. Oh, but by the way, you have to believe first. That's not what a free gift means. I think we need to take a good, hard look at ourselves as Christians and recognise that much of the animosity towards the church that exists in the world today is our fault. You look at the way Christians routinely interact on forums such as Reddit, both with other religions and even amongst themselves. It's quite reprehensible. And in Australia, the prevalence of child abuse has become particularly known in the last 10 years. But also the fact that it's been hidden for so long is a lasting shame upon Christianity. It's understandable, of course. None of us likes to be caught doing something that society disapproves of, even if we've explained it away to ourselves. And none of us likes to see the name of the church dragged through the mud, but that does not excuse the fact that evil has taken place within our ranks and must be eradicated. So who are we then to turn around and condemn those who walk away from Christianity because of the evil that so-called Christians have committed, sometimes in the name of the church itself? As always, you're welcome to read along with us or read ahead if you prefer. You may have questions you'd like to put in the comments. Enjoy the journey.